First, we want to start with a warm-up game. We've been doing the top 5 games for the last few weeks.
I'm ready.
And I got some knowledge questions from our brothers that specifically speak to their interests.
That's why he's here.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Are we doing the top 5 without knowing what's coming next?
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna explain that a little
Blind rankings?
bit? Yeah.
So, it's blind rankings. I'll list out some names, and they individually, I have individual ones for each of them, have to put in an order from best to worst. And then we'll read back out the list and see how they did. And if they want to restructure afterwards for no points, we can do that as well.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But who wants to start?
I'll start.
Please
gonna
take the
start?
floor, my
I'm
friend.
excited.
For Jama, we have villains of the Avatar series. Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Avatar
Legend of
Korra.
Okay.
So this is a series that we both geek out about, and Abdul in the back geeks out about as well.
One of the
You know?
greatest piece of fiction.
Greatest
ever made.
show ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Breaking Bad.
Huh? You said Breaking Bad?
What? I didn't hear
You're
you.
feeling we have to
I didn't hear it. Just say it.
Go. Give
just
me
here.
something.
Nah. First one, Unalaq. Do you remember Unalaq's
Yo,
from?
can you refresh my memory? Who is that?
He's
one?
the Legend of Korra. He was the villain that tried to
He's
open
the
up
water?
portals.
He's the water guy?
The waterbender
The
from the
water
north.
guy.
To be honest, this guy probably had the least impact on me. I didn't like him at all.
If you didn't like him, that means you did a good
Yeah,
job.
but
huh?
no, when I say I didn't like him, I didn't mean like it wasn't
The
lasting.
character didn't
I like
love you.
the other,
Didn't make
like the
impact.
other ones actually had, in my opinion, a more profound impact on the story. My
Mhm.
opinion, at least. I give this guy 5.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dropping
5.
it down.
Not a fan of him.
Next one I'm gonna go is Kuvira.
I liked her a lot.
I did too.
I really
Female
liked her
villain?
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's the first female villain in Avatar. Am I right about that?
Okay.
So, because of what she did, in addition to how
blew
powerful she
Azula.
was.
She was a villain as
Yeah,
well.
but I don't really, because she's not the main villain. She was like a side project, you know? And I don't really see her as like, she was a product of her father,
Yeah.
you know? So
Okay.
I don't even fault her for what she did. So for that, I give Kavira a 3.
Ooh.
The next one I'm gonna go with Zahir.
I love that guy.
Zahir.
Honestly speaking, he may be the best villain because he's one of those people where I can't disagree with him. You know, he's one of those.
yeah.
He has like the, you know, like how Thanos technically is a villain,
Mhm.
but the overall idea of what Thanos was doing, he was actually doing something good for the world in his corrupt way. That's the same way this guy was, in my opinion.
He put deep thoughts into
Yeah,
what
like
doing.
he like I remember one of the first interactions with Korra. He was like, "I'm not here to fight you. Let's talk.
Mhm.
Let's talk." And then depending on how this conversation goes, we're gonna throw hats. You know, like that type.
Shout
of
out
vibe.
Zahir,
He
man.
was such a strategic villain.
Shout out
Such-
Zahir.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great. I also loved how he was one of those people who gained the power to bend, and he did something that people thousands of years prior didn't do. He was able to fly.
Yeah.
Only 2 people or 1 person prior was able to do that, right? Yo, to be honest, I might give him because if Amon is on this list, bro, I really like him. You know, he was great.
Okay.
I give him a 1.
That's number
Just
1.
still.
Crazy.
Okay.
Give him a 1.
Ozai.
What was I?
What numbers do I have left?
Huh?
I
You have
did
2 more.
I did
Two more.
one.
You did
1, 3, and 5.
5, 3, and 1.
Ozai. You know, to be honest, in the Ozai wasn't as shown as the other villains, you know?
I think they learned from that the second show around.
Yeah, like he was the villain that was spoken about for the entire 50-something episodes,
Yeah.
but we only saw him the last 2 episodes. So we never got an attachment to him. We knew he was strong as hell, and he accomplished a lot during his time, but we never really had an attachment to this character.
Mhm.
I liked him. I thought he was the perfect villain in contrast to Aang.
Yeah.
But for him personally, I wasn't really attached to his character, you know. And for that, I give him a 4.
You agree with him
You disagree?
so far? Before we
I
at least the first one.
because well, his impact. If you're just considering him as your in terms of your personal feelings for him, then yes, I wouldn't. But in terms of his impact, especially on Zuko and how he turned out in Iroh,
Yeah.
I would rate him higher.
Okay.
Good
but
point.
I'm thinking about him as a character. If
As just a villain?
just him as a villain for what he did to the story. Don't get me wrong. I still think the impact that he had on the world, on his kids, on the Avatar. He was the perfect contrast to so many people and
Yeah.
helped, in my opinion, he was the reason the greatest character development ever happened with Zuko. In all my story, in any story I've ever watched, fam, I've never seen somebody with better character development than Zuko. He went from being a villain who wanted to do everything for his dad to being the reason that his dad was overthrown. You know, so
the character development was real.
he was important to facilitate the development of other characters, but him as a character himself, I wasn't attached to him. So that's the reason I give him a 4.
And the last one is Amon.
Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect.
Yeah, there you go. He was said
Amon is no Amon was incredible because his power was amazing.
Mm.
I liked how much of a villain he was, even up until the very end. And just how he was the perfect villain for Korra at the beginning when she thought she was on top of the world.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine you were the strongest person in the world and I took away your strength. And then you had to sit on that. Like, and she had to realize that there's more to life than what she was able to do growing up. And she had to develop a new power in terms of her air. She couldn't airbend until
Yeah,
the
she
very end,
didn't. She didn't even like that. Whenever they brought up, okay, before you leave, you have to master this. She like,
Exactly.
I don't even need it no more.
Yeah.
And then she got tossed up so quickly.
Exactly.
I said, I need to go training. Bro.
And he was like one of those people. He was an anomaly. He was able to bloodbend freewheeling because you could only bloodbend during the moon, right?
Yeah.
So
And
he was able to do that freely nearly just by looking at it. He was
24/7,
able
yeah.
to contour your body for that type of. So for that reason, he's a 2. I think that was a perfect list in my opinion.
So just
Can you
read it back?
read back? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did
Zahir
Zahir,
Amon.
Amon, Kavira, Ozai,
and
Unalaq.
Unalaq.
Yeah, Unalaq.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that
a
list.
great list.
I like that list.
Can't
Abdul?
disagree. Can't disagree.
What do you do differently?
Well, for me, my choice, I think Unalaq would be higher because he released Vatu at the end, which was like the greatest villain in all of
You think so? Okay.
Avatar, because he's the reason why
All of
we
this
have
happening?
an Avatar in the first place, right? He's like the yin to the yang type of thing. So I would put him up a little higher, but then in terms of that list, I can't really disagree too much. So if you were to say that, I'm okay. Kind of like LeBron and Jordan. Like I'm okay with either. I wouldn't fight you.
Right.
Like, I'm okay with that.
Right.
Okay with that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's a good
cool.
comparison. That's a good comparison.
So that's game number 1.
Bang.
So in the comments, the Avatar nerds such as us, you guys can comment and restructure the list if you would feel.
I don't think anybody's gonna disagree with me. But you know, it is what it is.
Fantasy, what do you think?
Fantasy.
You calling out the boy right here?
I'm looking in the camera. Fantasy, what do you think?
He probably agree.
Very big Selly. We need to know.
Very, very big silly Avatar fan.
Yeah.
We need to know.
All right, the second for my guy, the second
I'm
game
ready.
I have
I'm ready.
is R&B albums. This one,
Talk to me nicely or don't talk to me at all.
getting your feels.
I'm about to. Maybe not though.
All right,
It is raining.
Sold Out by
Janae?
Janae Aiko.
It's a good album.
I like how you lean back.
I have to, you know. I gotta give it some thought,
Yeah.
man. I just gotta. I'll give that a 3. Sorry. Slide that to 4.
4?
Slide that to 4.
All right.
I told you I'm decisive, guys. I make decisions.
No explanations
I did
needed.
make decisions, man. That's all I'm known for. Go ahead.
You gotta look at the. Just let them
Just
know.
saying, guys, it's not. These aren't like difficult. I know what the tracks sound like. I've heard them time and time again. So I'll rank them.
So 3.
3. No, I said 4. Slide
4.
that to 4.
All right. Next one is Control by SZA.
Ooh, that's a really great album. That's a really great album. This is where this game becomes fun because you don't want to rank too high. You don't know
Yeah.
what's coming next.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to disrespect too, because if you'll get stuck with the Life with Derek answer. So
You like Life with Derek.
I do like Life with Derek, but you're trying to make me feel guilty about liking it
Terrible
for
show.
some reason.
He said you're basically a fan of incest.
I didn't say
As
that.
a person,
I didn't
as a
say
person
that.
who watches Game of Thrones, I don't want to hear that from you.
That's fair.
I don't want to ever hear that from you.
Touche.
Okay, so I'll put Control at 3. Put Control at 3.
Next one,
Very great album though, man. Timeless records.
Heavy Hitter, Trap Soul,
Ooh,
Bryson.
I have to say 2 because that's not a 5. That ain't a 5, but it ain't a 1. I might have shot myself in the foot right there. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. It's a 2.
Next one, Party Next Door self-titled project.
Which one? He has 3.
2015. I'm not sure what number.
Which one is
was.
that? There's 1, 2, and 3.
1 second.
Say what, bro?
What does the cover look like?
It's his face with the brown orange. Let me show you. 1 sec. I didn't know there was 3.
They're all called Party Next Door.
That's a
There's Party Next Door 1, Party Next Door 2, Party Next Door 3,
I respect.
and then the next one after that was Party Mobile.
See the album cover for the last one?
Well, Wild. Flagrant. Yeah, that's the one. That's number 1.
That's number 1
That's number 1.
over Trap Souls.
Oh, wait, yeah. Hell yeah.
You have sings of Trap Souls right now.
Go ahead, bro. Are you kidding me? We can do some karaoke, brother. You think I'm not
Good
serious?
job and hit him with it.
I don't know this. I don't know this. I'll only start
Yeah,
before. Why were you looking at him?
They're not putting him on the spot.
I was so confused.
This little switch. You seen that?
I'll say that would be number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. I know you're gonna give me a curveball though. Let's go. Here, let's hear
And the
it.
last one, Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Can I restructure?
No.
Afterwards, but just right now, your list.
That would be 5 then, yeah. But that should be number 1. That should really be number 1. That's one of the greatest albums of all time.
Do you want to explain your list to the camera?
Okay, so what was the it was number
So-
1, Party Next Door 1. Number
Number
2,
two.
Trap Soul.
Yep.
Number 3, Scissor Control.
Yep.
Number 4 was
Should I?
Sold out.
Janae
Yeah.
Sold Out. And number 5 was Blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild random list. I'm
You
not
have
gonna
good
lie.
ass memory. You have to look back.
I apologize, audience, for giving you that disgusting list. But if I'm gonna restructure it to the proper order it should be, it'd be Blonde number 1, Party Next Door number 2, Trap Soul number 3, Control number 4, Sold Out number 5. That's like, I can give you that any time of the day
Trap Soul's my favorite
Easy.
one on this list.
because it has a lot of like hip hop type of,
Yeah.
like
That-
feel, But I think Blonde is some of the best music that's ever been created sonically.
I'm just not that big of a Frank Ocean fan, so I
Why
not?
gotta
Why
be
not?
honest, huh?
Why not?
I haven't listened to him too much, and I don't know. I'm not really a fan of a lot of male R&B artists.
So you see that more as like you'd prefer a female artist for that type of genre?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not saying anything about.
I just said you personally.
me personally. I
prefer-
prefer to listen to, other than Chris Brown and some of the heavy hitters. I prefer to listen to like female
I think
R&B
there's a
artists.
distinct difference between female and male R&B,
Mhm.
sonically, lyrically, in all facets. They're all talking about the same topic, right? However, I feel like men go into it differently than women do, and vice versa. So it's like you can get a different appeal from
Mhm.
different sounding albums,
Yeah.
But in that sense, I'm just confident in my list, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't budging.
No, you're
How-
confident. You're confident in the after list. You're not
After this,
confident
yeah.
in the original.
No, the first list, guys, please. I need all the disrespect that you're gonna give me. So don't worry.
No, but I'll take that back. I haven't listened to too much Frank Ocean to like him or to not dislike.
He's one of the most talented singers ever.
Because I do like Khalid. I do like
Singers?
Ever.
Jacquees.
Do you disagree with that or something?
No, I just think that's a
There's a
such
bold statement.
Yeah, that's a bold statement.
Why?
Maybe you might like the way that his music is composed.
No, I'm saying as a singer, his voice is one of the best of all time.
I don't agree with that.
Why not?
I like his music, but to be the best singer, I think you need to have different. Like you need to be able to be great at different genres. I don't think just because
give me an example. of what
to be
you
the
mean.
best, I think you're the best in multiple facets. I don't get me wrong.
Give me an example though. How can you show versatility in vocal skills?
Oh yeah, they're rolling out Beyonce. I think Beyonce is great at what she normally does, like pop. I think he did a country recently, which is pretty good. He can rap,
But that's more
like,
of her,
she's
that's more of her
multiple.
artistry. I'm talking about just the way they
also
sing.
the range of her music. Like I like Halo, like the way that
He
she's
sings
able.
the
Let me say you halo.
Yeah, I really like that. The song if I was a boy.
Brother, I want you to explain to me why Frank Ocean's voice doesn't sound
Yeah,
like one of the best ever.
I might not listen to as much as you do.
Yeah.
But from what I recall of him,
Mhm.
he's one of those monotone singers.
Yeah, there you go with the monotone.
I'm
I
not
don't
a fan
understand that
of
take.
monotone singers.
I don't understand that take.
I don't like people who sound the same the entire song.
Yeah, you need to listen to more R&B, man.
It's not for me.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you make these statements then? I don't understand.
That's why I said it's a bold. I didn't disagree or agree with you, but I said it's a bold statement. If you to be the great, in my opinion, you have to be great in multiple facets. That's why I don't know enough about Frank Ocean to confirm.
I can understand like in a comparison to like a Michael Jackson. Yes, vocally, that man is above everyone else.
Yeah,
in my opinion, right? But that's like the top tier threshold.
Pinnacle?
You know what I mean? Sorry.
Pinnacle.
Yeah, that's like the pinnacle of like vocal talent that you can possibly get. But anyone in between who can like do similar or even close to what Michael does, I feel like deserves like the handshake. 'Cause I'll give you an example of what I mean. I wouldn't put Drake in that class of like vocal talent.
He's not in that
because
class,
he just doesn't have the range, the ability.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, I would never say that Frank Ocean and The Weeknd are monotone singers. They hold notes high.
Stop this.
Yeah.
They hold notes extremely high.
I don't know enough about Frank Ocean, so I won't speak on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot about the other one. He sounds the same in everything, bro.
Look at this Toronto man. This
Like-
wow.
That one, I don't know. Apparently, other people have told me he has higher pitch. I don't like the whisper singing though, and I don't like
Yeah,
when
I think it's an acquired taste.
yeah,
That's the thing. You
and
know,
when music's like covering up too much of the voice.
yeah, I